All right. So one of the most important things now is you understand the one thing you want to be known for. You should be original only when you're testing new ideas, but 95% you should be repetitive. What is the one thing I want to be known for? How do I bring that back? Each supporting pillar should hit that point. So think of the rule of one. You have one post that's really speaking to one audience, right? That's hitting one key point that ladders up to what you want to be known for. And you should think about, what is this post trying to do, right? If I make a meme, my only goal is to entertain people. Sometimes I might throw something in that's like, hey, entertain and educate. Like, I typically pick one thing that I'm trying to do and I go all in on what that is. As you get more advanced in your content, you can layer in more. The same way you and I were talking about, kickboxing or Muay Thai. It's like, yes, you can throw a combo, but you might end up with a concussion if you do it badly, right? So think through really what the fundamentals are first. And a lot of people miss, and you told me, it's like, how do I be authentic with my content? How do I show up and like really be me and not just like, like we were talking about the early days of the podcast, right? It's like, how do I minimize my talk time, bring up my personality, but also like make it feel real? It's not easy. The best tip that I have for you all, think about one emotion. Comes back to the rule of one. What is the one emotion you want to convey in this post? So let me bring it back to Dooley for an example. Okay. You're an account executive, and this will probably happen to you, and many times this like feeling of like, oh, fuck. Like that email RE, like, RE, please update Salesforce, that you get at 4:57 p.m. on a Friday when you're like packing your bag and about to go out the door. Like that feeling, that moment, do you feel how that's like crunchy? Like you can physically take yourself back to that moment, right? The emotion that I'm going for there is like empathy. I see you, right? I'm trying to relive that feeling, that pain, that like, oh shit, right? That emotion, every one of your posts should bring in one emotion. It can be, anything on the spectrum. And as you get better, you can Google a wheel of emotion and you can think about a story where you felt that emotion. And now, is it adding value to your audience? And is it solving one of their problems? So one of the best ways to do it is basically, Dave Kennett kind of taught me this, of like open questions and like, running through with people. Get two people in a room and go look at your content matrices together and say, what are the stories you have that connect to this problem and an emotion? Have someone randomly spin the wheel and pick an emotion. And you think of the stories of when you felt that emotion and that experience and that problem. Like, oh shit, I'm walking into a board meeting next week, not confident in my forecast, behind on our number. How are you feeling right now? That emotion, bottle it. Your stories, your words, they should be crunchy. They should explain. They should take you to that moment, right? That's what you want to evoke in your content. It's not here's how to prepare for a board meeting. It was 9:57 p.m. I had a board meeting at 6 a.m. the next day, and we were 67% to our number. I was not confident in our forecast. You feel the fear. You feel that anticipation. You're there with me. You've hooked me, right? That's a how I story, and it's emotionally charged based on how I lived it. But we actually landed at exactly 107% to target the next morning because of A, B, and C. Here's how we did it. Here's the 3 things you can take away that will help you do that. And P.S., in your board meeting, don't do X, do Y. If you were a VP of sales and you had that experience coming up in 30 days for your next quarter, you bet your ass you're going to pay attention. But had I just been like, how to prepare for your board meeting, here's how to, right? It's not it's not emotional, it's not specific. That's how you connect. And again, it's a very long-winded version of like the much, much longer version that we teach about this. But like you need to bring that storytelling aspect in of how with that emotion, rule of one. Lots more to go in there, but I'll pop this.
No, that really connected for me. It reminded me of a call I had yesterday where I went on a bit of a tangent. I was talking to another founder, and he's a subscriber on I read a Founders Edition newsletter, Predictable Revenue. It's like just for founder stuff, and like I'm sharing stuff in there that's like it kind of hurts a little bit to share because I had some pretty cool opportunities in front of me. Some went fairly well, and we fucked up like the biggest opportunity. And so I'm trying to share like this is what we did, this is what we screwed up.
Yeah.
And I've been writing a book about it, and it's really hard to get the emotion. But what I've been finding is my hack is I've been writing the newsletter for founders, and that's my genesis of all the content. But I haven't been incorporating. I've been trying to share, but I haven't been incorporating the emotion into it. Mm-hmm. And when I was on the call yesterday, what resonated was I went on a bit of a tangent, and I shared a story about how I fucked something up. And I was like, I feel like this guy's just thinking, man, I'm telling you that this is where you are and this is why you suck. And like, this is a real backhanded win. I'm like, hey, sorry, that might be oversharing. Like, did this resonate? And he took like a deep breath, one of those like, need a minute to adjust. But he's like, yeah, this resonates really hard. And I'm like, that's kind of the feeling. Yes. I can convey it with words on a 6-7 minute tangent, but it's very hard to, hard to get it into text.